My dad spent years draining my bank account to fund my brother's lavish life, so I took back all overnight and turned their perfect life crumble. I'm a 33-year-old male who grew up as the responsible son, the one who always did his homework, kept his room clean, and never caused problems. Meanwhile, my younger brother Adam, a 29-year-old male, was the fun one who could do no wrong, the classic golden child syndrome. My parents owned a small hardware store that barely kept the lights on because they were terrible with money. Dad spent thousands on fishing gear while the electric bill sat unpaid. Mom blew cash on jade figurines nobody bought while we ran out of basics like nails and paint. The place should have gone under years ago, but guess who started working there at 14 to keep the books straight? Yours truly. I spent my high school weekends reorganizing inventory, calling vendors to negotiate payment extensions, and dealing with angry customers while Adam played video games, and my parents pretended to be successful small business owners in the community. Dad was on the Chamber of Commerce, which meant free dinners and networking opportunities, not actual work. Mom ran a business owners' wives club that was basically just an excuse to gossip at fancy lunches. After high school, I worked my ass off to get a computer science degree while juggling 2 jobs, with no help from my parents. They were too busy funding Adam's gap year that somehow stretched into 3. I'd come home from a night shift at the gas station to find my parents had bought Adam a new gaming PC because he needed it for his future, while I was typing papers on a laptop held together with duct tape. When I landed my first developer job at a financial software company in Denver, I thought I'd finally broken free. I moved into a modest 1-bedroom apartment, bought a used Honda, and started building my emergency fund. For the first time in my life, I was spending money on myself without guilt or parental commentary. Wrong move. That's when the real financial abuse began. First came the calls about the store being behind on rent, then it was property taxes, then suppliers threatening legal action. Each time, I'd transfer a few $1,000s to save the family business. Each time, Dad would promise to get things under control, and each time, I'd discover they'd blown my money on something ridiculous while Adam posted Instagram photos from music festivals I was apparently funding. I remember one particularly infuriating discovery. I'd sent $4,000 to cover an emergency tax situation at the store, only to see Adam tag himself at Coachella the following weekend with VIP passes and a new camera that looked suspiciously like the one I'd been saving for. When I called my parents to ask about it, Mom got defensive, saying, "Adam needed this break because he's been under so much stress lately."